I woke up to going viral on conservative Twitter, so let's talk about it. Nothing like a morning after drinking the night before and waking up to finding your face on Twitter getting dragged by thousands of conservatives. And most of the comments were like, oh, bro dodged a bullet. Okay, period. So did I, but that's another story. Basically, conservatives are mad that liberals don't want to date them. And let's be realistic. Do we think conservatives are going to date very far-leaning left socialists? Story time on how politics ruined my last relationship. So let me set the scene for you.
When you take a look at this article, Libra woman says she broke up with her conservative boyfriend in part because he told her he was socially liberal but economically conservative. A woman like this would never have a happy, long-lasting relationship. It is not possible. I'm a very liberal woman, so I am obviously like very much everyone knows that I'm a liberal woman. My brother is. So
Story time on how politics ruined my last relationship. So let me set the scene for you. I was dating this guy. We've been dating for 5 months. And in those 5 months, I was told by my friends, Zoe, he lives in Indiana. He's a fucking Republican. I was like, politics don't matter to me. Boy, was I wrong. And so I was like, it's fine. I don't care. I'm going to get to know him first. We'll decide later. So then we kind of start talking about it. I'm a very liberal woman. So I am obviously like very much everyone knows that I'm a liberal woman. My brother's gay, all my friends are gay, also like abortion rights, female rights, but anyways, so I would like always ask him, I'd be like, what's your politics? Like, where do you lean? And he was just like, well, like socially, I'm a liberal, but economically, I'm a Republican. Like that, okay. Also, he was a 28-year-old man. That's the first red flag, because if there's a 28-year-old man and he's single, the reason that he's single. But anyways, so then I'm like, well, like, what makes you, economically Republican? Because, like, I could give you a whole bunch of facts right now that prove that you shouldn't be. And he was like, all of his info is from his friends. And I was like, you get all your information from fucking redneck friends. Obviously, you can't trust them. You need to do the research yourself. And if you do the research, I told him, I was like, I'll support you based on your decision if you actually research it yourself. Like, I won't care if you're a Republican. But anyways, and so he was like, Zoe, I have much better things to do than research politics. Like, I have way more important things to do. Okay, saying that to me is insane, but go off, king. I also just didn't care at that point. And so I kind of put it on the back burner. I was like, I can take this right now. Well, then we get into a little spat a couple days before election day, and we almost broke up. And so I was like, nah, it's fine, I'll give him one more chance, blah, 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 blah. Well, then election day rolls around, and, well, actually, before this, he was not registered to vote. He had never voted before, and he told me that he wanted to vote in this election, and I was like, okay, cool, do the research, but that's a whole other thing. And so the voter registration deadline was approaching. I could tell he was going to vote against me, let's just say it like that. And so I was like, he is not going to make an educated decision on who he votes for, so guess what? I'm not going to remind him of this voter registration deadline.
yes, she will end up with someone who aligns with her political opinion but cowers to her. That is it. She will never respect him. They will break up, or she will be eventually cheat on him because she won't be attracted to his inability to be confident. That is a simple truth. When I look at what is going on with these Libra women, sometimes I wonder. She did another segment struggling to reply this video because she's receiving massive backlash. People criticize her for this, though I don't actually even care when I look at people like this. Reason I reacted to this video is because she came back the second time. Before I show you that video, let's proceed. First, complete this one before we go into the next video.
I could tell he was going to vote against me, let's just say it like that. And so I was like, he is not going to make an educated decision on who he votes for, so guess what? I'm not going to remind him of this voter registration deadline. So then it passed. He didn't register to vote, so there we go. It was saved. He wasn't going to vote. I wouldn't have to deal with it then. But then we got into that little spat, and I was like, let me try one more time. Let me see if he's learned anything from me. And I asked him point blank on election day, I'm like, so who would you have voted for if you would have voted in this election? He was like, I would have voted independent. And I was like, do you know that how harmful and basically wasteful that is? And also, like, check your privilege by saying you're going to vote independently. And he was like, wow, Zoe, I cannot believe that you think my vote would have been a waste. Shut up, because it is a waste. Look at Philadelphia. All those independent voters could have put us over the edge and could have helped Kamala win. That's another story. And so I was like trying to tell him, I was like, listen, that's harmful. You have to make a decision, because the way that our voting works, like the two-party system, is a joke. You have to pick a side. The independent party never has a chance. So you have to pick a side. And we got into a huge argument about it. And I was like, you know what? This is my last straw. Again, I'm a very liberal woman. I have to date someone that is on the same page as me, because I can't disagree with someone on something that is so important to me for the rest of my life. I fully respect Republicans. I understand that you want to vote that way, but for me, I don't want to marry you and I don't want to date you. So we ended it. And no regrets. I've been single ever since. It was awesome. It's been awesome. Good morning, guys. I woke up to going viral on conservative Twitter, so let's talk about it. Nothing like...
Yes, when you take a look at what she put out, like now she's looking for someone that go online with her political views. Obviously, she will pick up a clown. That is the simple truth. And she will never be happy in a relationship with this mentality. I don't know why people always think like this. It's insane. When you look at the reply she put out after massive backlash on social media after this video, I don't know if she was struggling to mark, consecutives or what exactly she's struggling to do.
Good morning, guys. I woke up to going viral on conservative Twitter, so let's talk about it. Nothing like a morning after drinking the night before and waking up to finding your face on Twitter getting dragged by thousands of conservatives. And most of the comments were like, oh, bro dodged a bullet. Okay, period. So did I, but that's another story. Basically, conservatives are mad that liberals don't want to date them. And let's be realistic. Do we think conservatives are going to date very far-leaning left socialists? The answer is no. They're not going to date them either. So why is it my fault that I'm saying it out loud? They're just mad I don't agree with them. And you're probably like, oh my gosh, I can't imagine what you're thinking right now. Oh my god, all ugly men are dragging me on the internet. Boo-hoo. And I also think it's very funny that they had to go to Twitter because they know that they can't handle the heat on TikTok. But I did screenshot some of my favorite hate comments, so I'll read them for you. Starting off strong, I can't even listen to this whole video. It sounds like a razor blade cutting my eardrum. Notice all the garbage in the background. Listen, I just moved. I'm still unpacking. Where's the nose ring and purple hair? She's not dedicated enough. I have a nose ring. I think you're just too stupid to notice. This woman is the definition of insufferable. I mean, I'm not gonna disagree with you on that. My friend was like, oh my god, you're famous. I was like, no, I'm just insufferable. This one's really funny. Crazy hot matrix score. 9 crazy, 4 hot, adjusted a 3 for her tone. It's all wrong. If you know, you know. The chaos in that closet behind her is like a metaphor for her mental well-being. Again, I'm unpacking. Leave me alone. Looks like he, she, it, they, z, a, etc is wearing a wedding band. I don't know why it looks like that. I don't ever I wear it on this finger, so maybe it was just mirrored. You literally can't be any more annoying than this dimwit. Guys, my whole TikTok page is about me being annoying. You act like this is a new thing for me. When this hag is a dried up, lonely, unfulfilled bag of bones, I hope someone shows her and her cat this video. I'll show it to my cat right now. You guys like cats aren't more fun than men these days. She will never accept her role as a woman and will be an obnoxious bitch who can't respect her partner. Why would I respect someone who doesn't respect me? Assuming that there is like a female gender role is part of the reason why I don't want to be in a relationship. Also, not him quoting my stutters. You got me there. I've got nothing to say on that. I talk too fast for my mind. I'm annoying. I get it, guys. I understand. But anyways, date who you want to date. I personally don't want to date someone who doesn't align politically with me, and that's okay. I don't understand why it's such a huge problem for that to be one of my requirements for dating. I'm just filtering out people. You could say it's like dating with a height requirement. Like, I'm 5'10". I'm not, but saying like I'm 5'10", I don't want to date someone under 5'10". It's the same thing. Everyone has like restrictions on people that they want to date. I'm not saying I would never date a Republican, but I was saying that I'm not going to date someone who doesn't do the research enough to know why he's voting and who he's voting for. But yeah, go read the comments if you want a good laugh. My dad was the one who told me this morning because I popped up on his Twitter. And if I end up on Fox News, I don't know what I'll do. I don't know what I'll do.
Yes, it is always like this. Liberals want to isolate themselves. They want to be in their ecosystem alone. Reasons. Associating with people they disagree with always end up a time when they see you associating with people you disagree politically is a problem to some people. Like the other day, I did a video about Maher going to the White House to see Trump. Libras are freaking out on social media about it because they know that Maher disagree with Trump politically. He should not even be there. Insane. But conservative have that mindset to accommodate people on both sides. Sometimes, this is something I noticed over the past years. I've been doing these videos. I don't know why this is even happening. Crazy, right? Yes, from my observation, is it that she just want to go viral or she's really serious? I don't get it. She's happy that this is happening. When you see someone that is confused, this is how they act. I understand she has her priorities. She knows what she's looking for. But saying, oh, I have to date someone that has my same political values, that's a great limitation. Don't limit yourself with this mentality. It therefore means love actually doesn't play out in the relationship because if love was there, things like this can be, you know, discuss. If you are with someone and you disagree with the person politically, you can still have that great moment with that person and see if you can look for common ground. This is what we've been saying. Libras can really do this. They always have that mentality to isolate themselves, like they can't interact with people they disagree with. That has been a problem that I've seen with these people. If care is not taken, this lady might end up with someone even worse than who she's actually looking for. That is not a good criteria.
Given that we are in this dire situation, I feel like we don't have time anymore for the old bullshit. You know, the old, are you running for president? Well, there's an exploratory committee and I'm looking at it. I'm happy with my job as governor. I mean, your future is not in California. Your future is in Iowa. Let's dispense with the bullshit. We need someone who's going to be the champion. Are you going to do it or not? Just come on. Tell us. We don't have time for the bullshit.
No, by the way, I deeply respect that. I can't stand the bullshit as well. And I mean that. So look, but this is not my purpose or passion. It's not my meaning. It's not everything. The cynicism that's out there that every move he's making is some move to some longer term strategy or short term strategy.
No, just that you're a guy who could do it, who could get it done, who could win.
I deeply respect that. I respect the question, but I don't have any grand plans as it respects to that. I'm trying to do best I can. I also trying to be accountable. By the way, you want things to change, you got to change. And that's what the podcast is.
It's going really well.
Comment.
Another disaster by the Democrats.
Well, one thing the Democrats,
Yes.
there's going to be a point at which I don't understand at all, and they're speaking in code to their own supporters.
The two stars are Gal Gadot.
For fuel on the fire that there's a potential.
The economy added 16 points.
Your show's on YouTube.
It's a different mechanism. It's the same thing, though.
1980s.
Sort of doing the same thing that you're doing.
About emergency management, and they don't care about free speech, all of which are harming American people.